Title: East Rising, Russia and China inks economic alliances amid Western side-eyes. TLDR, in the face of Western disapproval, Russia and China are sticking together like PB&J. With the Ukraine war causing tensions and sanctions from the West, Russia's Prime Minister, Mikhail Mishustin, has turned to Beijing for a friendly shoulder to lean on. The result? They've signed a couple of sweet economic pacts during his recent visit, boosting their bilateral ties to an all-time high. Think increased trade, more sports cooperation, and even a promise to get more Russian agricultural products onto Chinese dinner plates. Strap in, folks, because the global chessboard is shaking up, and we've got front row seats. Remember when your mom told you that unity is strength and together we can move mountains? Well, it seems like Russia and China took that to heart. Picture this, amid the swirling turmoil of the Ukraine conflict and a pretty harsh Western timeout in the form of sanctions, Russia's Prime Minister, Mikhail Mishustin, hops on a plane to Beijing. And boy, did they roll out the red carpet. Premier Li Qiang was there to greet him, and even President Xi Jinping had marked his calendar for a meet-up. The occasion? Strengthening those crucial ties with China, and by ties, we mean economic agreements that could see Russia siphoning more of its energy exports towards China and collaborating on trade services, sports, and agriculture. But why all this effort? Today, relations between Russia and China are at an unprecedented high level, Mishustin told Li. Basically, the West's disapproval has pushed these two nations closer together in a you and me against the world kind of way. Quite the story, right? But let's pause for a moment. Do you think this newfound camaraderie is a survival tactic or a strategic long-term alliance? Sanctions aside, this collaboration seems like a win-win, especially when you consider that Russia's energy shipments to China are expected to rocket up by a whopping 40% this year. On the flip side, it's crucial to note that China is carefully balancing its stance on the Ukraine issue. While it hasn't openly denounced Russia's actions, it has been playing the part of the peace promoter. Diplomatic finesse or strategic indecisiveness? So, where are we heading? Well, that's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? As Russia and China toast their new agreements, the rest of the world is watching, evaluating, and definitely side-eyeing the developments. But one thing's for sure, when it comes to global politics, there's never a dull moment. So, as we see Russia cozying up to China, how do you think the West will react? Final food for thought, as this friendship blossoms, are we witnessing the creation of a new global power bloc? And what could this mean for the rest of us? Disclaimer, this article is not intended to provide investment, financial, or other types of advice. The views expressed are based on publicly available information and do not necessarily reflect the views of Turned Up News. Always do your own research and fact-checking.